Well, hello, hello, good afternoon. How is everybody today? Hopefully, you are doing amazing. I'm doing pretty good too. This is Harmony Stamps with Michelle, and I'm Michelle Barnes. I'm an independent Stamping Up demonstrator coming to you live from Pueblo, Colorado. We're going to be probably doing at least one live a day until I get through all of the new products, showing you the in-depth views on them. But today is our free with purchase card class I've been talking about. I finally have it ready for you to see. We're going to be using the entire Charming Duck Pond suite of products. Um, and we're going to make 3 cards. In order to get those make and takes, you will need to make a $35 purchase or more using the host code below and on the screen. And that's before shipping and taxes. You'll get all of the paper and die cuts and embellishments to make to each of these 3 cards that we're going to put together today and a PDF with complete instructions, including cutting dimensions and the whole 9 yards. It's pretty good. I think I'm pretty happy with this class. So I think we're gonna like it. So additionally, if your order exceeds $50, I will go ahead and also include an embellishment, most likely the embellishment that I used on the cards, assuming it's available, and all of that good stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that host code from the screen and get over to where I can see the comments, and we're going to start playing. We're going to be using the bundle, the Charming Duck um, um, and stamp bundle. And just as a reminder, yesterday we did pre-stamp everything, and I showed you all of the die cuts and how they kind of work together and things like that. And we'll be using some of those today in our cards. And of course, we have the dies themselves right there. Okay. And then the paper is the it's in a different order now, but so we have ducks, and then we have the basic beige with arrows. We have different ducks, so you can see it's like a continuation, but not, right? And then on the back of this one is that pretty in pink with the dots. There we go. Then we have another version of ducks, and that pretty peacock with the dots. Then I categorized them by scene, and we have this scene with no ducks, but you can add your own ducks in it, and then the koi in the pond. Then we have a mama duck and baby ducks, and the cattails and the lily pads, and we're using this sheet on one of our cards today, and these fun um, lilies on the back in peach pie. We're also using this page today in one of our cards with the whole entire duck family, mama duck, daddy duck, and baby ducks. And on the back, we have this pretty in pink with flowers on it. And then there's this scene with mama duck and baby ducks and the cattails in the pond. And that, oh my goodness, gorgeous pink gingham. We will also be using this sheet of DSP today with the big koi and little koi. And on the back, we have peach pie again with those dots. There we go. Okay. Then we have Mr. Frog, Mr. Koi, and of course, Mr. Frog eyeing his lunch, that fun little dragonfly on the marsh grass, peach pie in stripes on the back. And then we have a field of cattails and basic beige with dots on the back. And then we have all of these fun lilies. You can see some lily pads in there too. And then a much higher view of lily pads and the lilies. And then this is just another kind of perspective of the lilies and the lily pads. And on the back is a field of dragonflies flying all around. Now, not part of the bundle, but what we are using today is 2 of these. I think 2, maybe 3, but glimmer paper, the In Color glimmer paper. We're definitely using Summer Splash and Pretty in Pink. And yeah, that's all we did use. But these are the In Color glimmer paper, which is a part of the Unbound Beauty Suite. All right. In addition, we are using the nested essential dies and one greeting from the Keeping Tabs stamp set, and that's the Hello Friend, because I needed something a little smaller for what I was doing with that one card. We are also using a sketch from the catalog on one of our cards. So, well, let's go ahead and look at our first card that we're going to do today. And this is using my little favorite, still reminds me of Little Mermaid when they're floating down the river going into the draping stuff. But I did use that glimmer paper here as well as the nesting essential dies. And then, of course, on the inside, we did use some of that paper and all of that. So let's go ahead and do that card. Boy, come on. I already have everything pre-cut out and ready to go. So let's dump all of that out onto our thing. Let's go ahead and do our what's the word I'm looking for? Our inside first. There we go. So I'm just going to put some adhesive with my seal on the back. I'm going to line it up with, I need to actually get my other eyeballs on so I can see better what I'm doing. We're going to line it up on this edge. And boop, 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 right there. Then I'm going to get my snips and trim that edge off since we don't need it that far. And then I'm using 2 inks today, and that's Pretty Peacock and Shy Shamrock. So I'm going to grab my Shy Shamrock. And I'm going to take the Frog on a Lily Pad. Because I have it on the corner, I really should only just be doing that. So I'm not accidentally getting some of this ink on. And I wanted to actually have them kind of down in the water. And so I'm just going to make sure and hold it down really good so I get a good impression. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and put some seal on the back of this card. And yes, I'm getting close to being empty. Okay, I'm going to kind of get a good border along each side. And when I'm happy, press it down. And then for the front, I've already pre-cut this as well. And again, those cutting instructions will be in the PDF if you do get these make and takes. And a couple of these I had to cut a little bit different than I normally would, including this one, so that I could get exactly the scene I was wanting to have. I'm going to come from this side because it's just feeling like I need to on this one. Get my edge spacing where I want it, lay it down and make sure I still like it, and I do. So let's go ahead and do that. And then finally, we're going to stamp Hello Friend from the Lily Pond Lane set right here on our Nested Essential die cut piece. Yay. I'm going to set the Shy Shamrock aside, and I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of my Summer Splash, and I'm just going to put it right about here. Don't want it encroaching too much on our little duck family, right? And then I'm going to get my dimensionals and put a couple on this white piece. Take that off. And, oh, I was supposed to do it in Pretty Peacock, but oops, I did it in Shy Shamrock. Well, next time I will do it correctly. But now I need our embellishments, and these are the embellishments that go in the suite. I did use the Pretty and Pink ones. I used oh, here it goes. A large pink one here, and then 2 smalls. One right about there, and one of the smalls right about there. And there we have our first card in this make and take class. I really love this scene, and I didn't want to disturb it too much with other busy things in it. So there we go. Our first card is made. Our second card is going to be using the koi, as I said. So I have a matte layer and then DSP, and then we have our glimmer paper again. And on the inside, I used some of that designer series paper left over from getting the original cut and some of that glimmer paper for the inside. So let's get our pieces here. And I'm using the Pretty Peacock for the base. Now, the important thing with doing the paper here is you want to line it up good. So I've got let me make sure I'm doing it in the, oh yeah, this doesn't matter. All right, so I'm just pressing them up against each other so that I can get a good amount of glue in the right spots with my glue runner, my seal. Oh, don't. There we go. Yep. And then it's okay if they come apart at this point. I just didn't want to, over glue on the glitter paper since it's only 1/4 of an inch thick. And then I will, and then I will go ahead and add my glimmer paper to that. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my little froggy again. It is such a cute froggy. I decided not to do the layered stamping on this for the inside. You could also, instead of doing the layered stamp, you could use your blends. All right, and then we're going to, again, get it lined up as best as we can here. There we go. And then I'm going to take our Summer Splash and our Designer Series paper. I'm going to put adhesive on the Designer Series paper and get it evenly spaced on our cardstock. This is the sketch from the catalog. It's basically it showed having a square and a thin, long banner with a tag down at the bottom. Then I'm going to put dimensionals, 1 in each corner and 2 in the center-ish area. And so we have enough good support for it. There we go. And then we want to make sure that we are having it going in the right direction. And for me, this seemed like the right direction. There's a slight border on the sides and a larger border top and bottom. So I'm just going to kind of set it down before I smash. Make sure I like it. And I do. Okay. So here we are going to take our lily pad stamp. And again, I'm using Shy Shamrock for that. Whoopsie. Let me find, I had, here, we'll just grab this, wipe that up a little bit, and redip our stamp in our Shy Shamrock. And we're going to put it just right there at the base. And now the next thing is we're going to use our Pretty Peacock, and we're going to stamp the Hello Friend. And this is the stamp that came from the Keeping Tabs stamp set. Now, the thing about the make and takes is I will provide you the paper and the embellishment and the die cuts, but you will need to provide your own stamps, inks, and adhesives. All right, so now we have to make sure we have a accurate banner cut. And to get it to reflect this shape that I die cut, I'm going to put it down about there. Make sure I'm fairly even side to side. And then I'm going to take my snips and go up to that white bit. And then from the edges, I'm going to come in. Excuse me. And there we have it. All right. So I did do dimensionals on both of these, but not all of this, because some of this is just going to be adhesive. So I wanted 2 dimensionals at the top so that it had a similar level to the, because this is up on dimensionals, right? And then, so that means I'm going to want some adhesive on that. Let's go ahead and remove the backings of these dimensionals. And I'm going to line it up to the top of the card. But I don't want to cover up my 2 main fish either, so there we go. I like that. And then I'm going to remove the dimensionals on the back of my sentiment. Oh, that's right. I have something else. I need to get it from another envelope. And I'm down a little bit further than the side to side lineup, but let me quickly grab something here. There we are. There. So I need my glue dots for this. All right. So I just have one of these the smaller lily flowers die cut, and I'm just going to place it on that lily pad like that. And then I need and again, I'm using the pink, and I wanted it kind of down here with the big one, and a little one right there, and another little one up here, kind of, giving you a look across the card. And so there is our second card. I'd love to know what you guys think of these, but we will continue on with our final card for today, for this video, and that is going to be this card, which is the most and biggest amount of work, but totally worth it. Let me get those out of the way. And I really, I wanted to use this die to create the effect of silhouetting or framing in the scene with it. And then it also allowed us to have both sides of the designer series paper. And then this is just some cut off from one of the other cards that I used on that. All right, so I'm going to get the pieces here. I have pre-die cut, so I just took my basic card base, right, and laid it in my scan, cut, and emboss, lined up the die where I wanted it, tacked it down with some post-it notes to hold it in place, ran it through my cut and emboss machine, and that left me this lovely little space. Okay. All right. We'll go ahead and do the interior as well, like we were doing with the others. And this time I want to make sure I've got, because this is directional, so I want to make sure that those are going in the right direction with my glimmer paper. And again, I'm just going to place some of that seal across that edge, so I'm getting some on both the designer series paper and the glimmer paper. And then I'm going to set it down, line it up with the bottom edge. Yep. And then put my glimmer paper right up against it again, and there's that. And then we need that frog one last time. It's such a cute little frog. And I got my ink over here, so I'm just gonna dip in it there and place our little froggy right there. Yay, frogs are fun. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put our seal, which I've now run out of. So you can tell it's over when that red line shows up. Ugh. Pull that out and throw it away and grab the one that I brought for me to use, and now I can't find again. Ugh. It is always so fun. You get everything ready, and then things disappear. I had it right here. There it is. So they come in a seal. This is just a refill. You can buy one with a case and get refills to keep doing it. That's the best way to go about it, unless your case breaks. All right. And then I'm just going to line up these two with the posts here. Boop. And place the top back on and click it in place. All right. And then I'm going to get it started and place our adhesive on the cardstock. And we are going to do our good job of lining it up again here. Yep, we like it. And then this, we're going to actually, I want to make sure I get good amount of adhesive on the places that I know I'm going to need it, because I want to make sure that it's holding that designer series paper pretty good. Come on. But don't go all the way to the edge, because you it's going to be a bordered thing. And then I also, for this side, I want to put down a glue dot to help hold it there, because it's just gonna, I don't want to accidentally get some in the bits that we don't want it. And I cut this specifically and precisely, and that will be in the PDF with these make and takes in case you want to reduplicate the cards on your own. When you get the kit, it'll already be cut so that when you have it, you have the scene that we're looking for. All right, so that's been fun. Let's go ahead, and I did pre-stamp and pre-die cut this, and on this one I used peach pie, but I decided to go ahead and use the pretty peacock for the cattails. I figured that was just a little bit closer to reality. And then I need my glue dots again for these items. So I die cut two of the larger lily flowers. It's a single die, right? And I did two of the smaller ones as well, but I'm only using one of the smaller ones on this card, and I use the other smaller one on a different card. And then I die cut the lily pad right there. And all right, so let me place these first. Right there and there. And then I want a dimensional. I'm actually going to take an edge piece right here and put it kind of high up, maybe actually like that high up. Okay, took the backing off, and I'm going to place it, I don't want it like completely blocking this lovely flower or these bits. And then I'm going to, there's just a little bit hanging over the edge, so I'm just going to snip it, right? And then on this one, I'm going to open it up so I can see better the edge and cut that, because we don't need that, right? There we go. And then I am going to put my little lily pad down here in the corner along with my little lily on top of it, like so. Yes. All right, and then we have a little bit of stamping left to do and just a little bit more assembly. So on this one for the lily pad, I did stamp one in each corner, and I'm going to turn it around to do the other one, right, like that. And then we're going to again use the pretty peacock with our stamp, which is the Have a Lovely Day. And this is, it's not a complete tight fit, but it's a very good fit. So you want to make sure that you're getting your lining up good, so you're not going into the edges. And I like that. All right, so this time I did do double dimensionals again. I'm gonna put this big one right there in the center, and then one on each edge of that. And then this one I'm gonna have 4 dimensionals. Like so. We'll take our backings off of this one. Now I am going to come back with another video today. I think it's only going to be one video because I want to show you more of the order that I got, an in-depth look at things. I'm hoping to show you more of like maybe a couple of bundles, and you know, and like I said, I'll be doing those videos at least once a day until I've gotten through all of the new stuff, just like we did the pre-order and all of that. All right, so we'll make sure we are in the right direction here, and I want to make sure I'm going even side to side, and I want a little bit of edge at the top, which means we're going to have that bottom angle also dipping into the seam below. So then we need to do our embellishments, and this time I used the peach pie. Uh-oh, one of them came off. Well, well, well. So we're going to do this one up here on the top, and then 2 little ones, one on each of our lily pads. And then I will put another one on this one, even though it was there, now it's gone. So kind of like a little lily hanging out. And those are our 3 cards for our make and takes this month. I really hope that you like them. And again, the way to get them is to put in a $35 or more order on my website using the host code that is in the description below and is now on your screen as well. That needs to be before shipping and taxes, and you will get the paper, the embellishments, and the die cuts, plus a PDF with all of the instructions, including how to cut specifically for the scenes that I'm demonstrating here on these cards, specifically these 2, because it's not just 5.5 or 5.25 on one side and 4 on the other. It's a little bit. There's 3 cut edges. Let's just put it that way for these 2 cards. Okay, and make sure I can see how to get it to you. So I need to be able to see how to contact you when you do put that order in using my host code. And then we will get them out to you. Yay! I hope you really like these cards. I'm pretty happy with them. And, I'm looking forward to seeing your creations as well, and would love for you to show them through my Facebook group or Facebook page or other ways, just because it's pretty awesome and fun to see everybody else's ideas. Oh, and with the make and takes, you again will have to provide your own stamps, your own inks, and your own adhesives. Otherwise, I will provide you the supplies of what you need: embellishments, paper, and die cuts in this case. And then you'll always have the video to go back to and review as well. Now, before we close for the day, I'm going to go ahead and pull that host code off. I do want to remind everybody that we have an amazing join special going on right now, and that's this starter kit special. You can always get the starter kit for $99 plus taxes. Shipping is always free. And you get some business supplies, including catalogs, and you get to choose $125 in product of your choice. If we're in a pre-order period, it can include pre-order items 100%. But for the month of May, we have a very great add-on or a special that makes this starter kit even better, because in addition to that $125 in product you get to choose, you're also going to get all 4 of these items, which in total value $82. So you're going to get the entire new in color stamp pads in the full size classic stamp pad. You're going to get the In Color Designer Series paper for the new In Colors. You're going to get a variety pack of or assortment pack of the 5 new In Colors, 8.5 by 11 cardstock, which I think it's 4 sheets per color. So you get a total of 20. And then, of course, you will have the In Color Stampin' Write markers in addition to the $125 that you would select for yourself. All right, that is um, everything I really got for you today. And don't forget, you can always go to the website and see all kinds of things from the menu to the shop products and shop all. It's going to start with the most recently added to the latest or the oldest that was added in your products. All right. Well, thank you so much. I hope you have a fantastic Sunday. I will see you in an hour, maybe two, depending on how long it takes me to get things ready for the next video, where I'm going to look at some of the bundles with you guys. Have a fantastic day. This has been Harmony Stamps with Michelle. I'm Michelle Barnes, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator.